For me personally, fasting has been a really, really big thing in my life. I discovered it about a couple of years ago, just a couple of years ago, and uh, transformed my thinking in terms of health and well-being, and it has significantly improved my health. So for me personally, this is what I believe. This is not medical advice, obviously. Not only am I not a doctor, even if I was, I don't know who you are, dude, lady. I don't know who you are. So take everything with a grain of salt that you hear online. But for me personally, fasting has been wildly amazing. I don't think I was meant to eat all the time. The first basically 3 decades of my life almost, I had this idea that I didn't even think about it. I just thought like I should be eating all the time. And now I realize how fucking crazy that is, how absurd that is. By putting food into my body all the time, I never give my body a chance to rest. I never give my stomach and my pyloric valve and just my overall digestive system a chance to stop digesting, to stop completely, stop digesting and do other things and heal and repair. And I don't know it scientifically, but I feel it for sure that nice positive things happen inside me when I am in a fasted state. Not meaning not when I ate and I stopped eating, but when I haven't eaten for a long time, for 16 hours, when I haven't eaten for 24 hours. Good shit is starting to happen inside me. Good healing is starting to happen inside me. And I just feel better. And especially if I break a fast early, I immediately feel a wave of lethargy, a wave of sleepiness, a wave of tiredness come over me. And especially if it's not very healthy food, especially if it's protein and fat rich food, obviously then you have the sleepy effects, the tired, the lethargic effects of that. Not that you shouldn't eat that. That food is key. It's so important to you, especially if you want to build muscle and grow and be strong. But you're not meant to eat every day, I think. At least I'm not meant to eat every day. And I'm definitely not meant to eat like multiple meals a day. That's that's really harming my body by literally all the time forcing my stomach and my systems to process the food and process the food and process it and process it. My body's so happy when I stop eating and I just close it all off. The pyloric valve opens, everything is relaxed. And again, this doesn't come quickly. It's not something that, it's not like when, it doesn't count if you're still digesting it, basically. It counts when you literally haven't eaten, the pyloric valve is open, and there hasn't been anything going into your stomach for a long, long time. Then it's resting. Then it's relaxing, right? Just like anything else. Imagine you had a machine. Imagine you had any machine and you were just operating all the time, all the time, all the time. That machine would wear out. That machine inherently would need to, at some point, be stopped so you could do maintenance on it, right? Think about muscles. Think about everything else in your life. How basically the body requires stress and then it requires relaxation. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, but I think that fasting is both stress and relaxation, which is kind of wild. It's interesting to me. In a sense, it is relaxation for a modern person like me, who's been kind of deluded, deeply deluded his entire life, and who kind of had this conception of eating all day, eating all the time, always being in a fed and processing state inside the body. That kind of deluded, wild, ridiculous approach. When you move away from there, your body's relaxing on fasting. So if you've been fasting your whole life, maybe the effects are going to be a little bit less, right? It's probably more for me. So imagine 3 decades of eating like a fucking moron, of absolutely incorrectly, just eating incorrectly, abusing my body, not thinking rationally about like, okay, what's actually happening, inside me, of like not doing any of that and then doing that, you're gonna have a really big benefit, and then probably over time that'll fade slightly, right? If you've been fasting for 20 years, if you're a pro faster and you're already in great health, you're gonna get, the returns will probably be marginal. Probably, I don't know for a fact, but I think that there's a certain resting, a deep, true resting that happens inside your body when you fast. But also, at the same time, paradoxically, fasting stresses your body. And the longer you fast, in a sense, the more stress you're putting on your body, because now your body has to survive and make calories, right? Make calories, and there's no more food coming in. So that's a stressful time. So it has to use the stored fat in your body already, or other stored energy in your body. I guess it's usually fat, but apparently it could use other things. It, of course, could use protein. It could use carbs, which are stored, I guess, as glycogen, if that's the correct word, or some kind of sugars in your muscles. So the body has the ability to use energy stored in the body already. That, yeah, I guess that could come in the form of glycogen. It could come in the form of protein, which is something we really don't want, or it could come in the form of fat, which for fat slobs in Western societies like me, we do want.